Good morning students, welcome to our Sheba Group of School online class. Today we are going to learn about the Unit 3 Chemistry in Everyday Life. In this lesson the topics are fertilizer and cement. Chemistry in Everyday Life. We have studied earlier about the physical changes and chemical changes. Can you identify from the following list which are physical changes? First one is a breaking of a stick into two pieces. Is that physical changes or chemical changes? It is a physical change. And burning of a paper. Burning of a paper is a chemical change. Tearing paper into small pieces. This is a physical change. Like this only you have to identify. And also, can you see the important difference between the chemical changes and physical changes? When you cut a paper into two, both are still paper pieces only. So, but once you burn it, there is no longer the paper. Only some ashes and the smoky are left. So, that is a difference between the physical and chemical changes. Chemical changes result in the change of the substance. In physical changes, only the shape, size or volume changes. So, the state of matter may also change from liquid to gas or from liquid to solid. However, the substance remains chemically as it is. So, let us do some following experiment. Add a pinch of turmeric powder to water and water turns into yellow. Take some small quantity of soap water in a beaker and add a pinch of turmeric powder to it. Now what happens? See in this image. Is there any change in color of solution? Is it also turning to yellow or to some other color? Yes. Try adding turmeric powder to various household liquids and observe the result. Try it on and say this. Sure, it will be change the color. Chemistries identify turmeric powder as a natural indicator. The change in color indicates that the material is either acid or base medium. We use chemical changes in various forms in our daily life. Chemistry is the branch of science which deals with the study of particles around us. The beauty of chemistry is that it explains the property of the basic component of particles such as atom and molecules and the effect of their combinations. We can consider all the particles around us as chemical. The water H2O we drink is the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. This salt, that is NaCl, we use in our kitchen is a combination of chemical sodium and chloride. Even our body is made up of some chemical particles. We could prepare soft idli as a result of a chemical change named fermentation take place in the idli batter. So, during fermentation, the idli batter undergoes a chemical change by bacteria. While cooking the food product undergoes some many chemical changes. As a result, there are favorable changes in color, flavor and taste in the food also. We can use chemical changes to produce certain material. For example, some of the objects such as soap, fertilizer, plastic and cement, which we use in our daily life can be prepared by making chemical changes in some naturally occurring object. We can study about manufacturing process and usage of certain material we use in our daily life such as soaps, fertilizer, cement, Epsom's, plaster of Paris, phenol and adhesive in this lesson. Fertilizer. Apart from water, sunlight and air, certain nutrients are also needed for the growth of plant. We know that the plant get their nutrient from the soil. So, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium are the three important nutrients among the various nutrients needed for the growth of plant. These three are called as principal nutrients. Fertilizer are organic or inorganic material that we add to the soil to provide one or more nutrient to the soil. Fertilizer given to plant can be classified into two types. One is organic and another one is a inorganic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer. Fertilizer containing only plant or animal based material or those synthesized by microorganisms are called organic fertilizer. These fertilizers can be prepared easily. This type of fertilizer are economical, that is compost. Inorganic fertilizer. The fertilizer prepared by using natural elements by making them undergo chemical changes in the factories are called inorganic fertilizer. Example, urea, ammonium sulfate and superphosphate. Cement. In ancient period, the houses were constructed by using the mixture of lime, sand and wood. At present, the people are widely use the cement for construction of houses, dams and bridges. The cement is manufactured by crushing of naturally occurring minerals such as lime, clay and gypsums through milling process. Cement became hardened when it is mixed with water. Gypsum plays a very important role in controlling the rate of hardening of the cement. During the cement manufacturing process, a small amount of gypsum is added at the final grinding process. Gypsum is added to control the setting of cement. Uses of cement. Cement is used as mortar, concrete and reinforced cement concrete. This is a mortar. Mortar is a paste of cement and sand mixed with water. In houses, mortar is used to bind building block for constructing wall, to apply coating over them and to lay off. Concrete. Concrete is a mixture of cement, sand and gravel. It is used in the construction of building, bridges and dams. Reinforced cement concrete. Reinforced cement concrete is a composite material by mixing iron mesh with cement. This is very strong and firm. It is used in the construction of dams, bridges, centering work in houses and construction of pillars. Huge water tanks, water pipes and drainage are built with this. Plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris consists of a fine white powder, that is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. The molecular formula of plaster of Paris is CaSO4 half H2O. Known as since ancient time, plaster of Paris is called because of its preparation from the abundant gypsum found near Paris, capital of France. Plaster of Paris is prepared by heating gypsum where it gets particularly dehydrated. Uses of plaster of Paris is in making blackboard chalk, in surgery for getting fracture bone, for making cast for statue and toys, etc. In construction industry also. Okay student, next unit 5, plants in daily life. The topics are plants as a food and medicinal plant, Fiber yielding plant. These are the topic in this lesson. Plant as a food. Plants are the main source of food for human beings. These plants are known as food plants. Do you have vegetable garden in your house? Have you ever seen harvesting of ripened vegetables? Which part of the plant used as a food for us? Do you know answer for all this? We eat different part of plants such as root, stem, leaf, seed, unirib and rib foods. We can classify the food plants as follows. They are vegetables, cereals and pulses. Plants also give us coffee, tea, sugar and a raw material for oil. Vegetables we get from different part of plants. Roots. Roots are beetroot and carrot. Leaves. Examples of green vegetables, curry leaves, cabbage, etc. Stems. From stems, that is potato, yam, sugarcane. From flowers, banana flower and cauliflower. From fruit, that is amla and guava. Cereals, that is, are edible components of grains of cultivated grass. Example, rice, wheat, millets and ragi. Pulses. Pulses are edible seeds of plant legume family. Pulses are produced in pond. Example, Bengal gram, green mud beans, etc. Medicinal plants. Some of the plants around us are good in healing our diseases. We call these plants as medicinal plants. They alleviate burns, cut, cold, fever, sneezing and more. Some chemical compounds in the medicinal plants act against insects, fungi and certain germs. Medicinal plants are considered as a rich source of ingredients which can be used in drug preparation. Fiber yielding plants. Plants which give us fibers necessary for our uses called as fiber yielding plants. The fiber from these plants can be spun into thread, rope and cloth. These fibers are called natural fibers. We can classify the fiber yielding plants into two types based on the uses and parts of plant from where we get the fibers. Based on the uses are textile fibers, that is cotton. Cordage fibers for making ropes, that is coconut fiber. Filling fibers, that is silk cotton. Based on the plant part, that is plant fibers including seed hairs, that is cotton. Stems or bast fibers, example flax. Leaf fiber, that is agave. Next one is a husk fiber, that is coconut. Okay student, hope that you all understood today's video class. See you in the next class. Thank you.